Yeah, no, a lot of people are, wondering, Jake, why are you doing this? Like, even if you beat him, they're gonna say, oh, he was old or whatever. But to me, Mike Tyson wanted to fight me.
Jake Paul gave a shocking statement about his opponent Mike Tyson just ahead of the most anticipated and most hyped fight of the century. This unexpected statement that Mike needed this fight or wanted it raises questions. Is Tyson driven by a need for financial gain, or is the thrill of the fight pulling him back into the ring? What started as an unexpected challenge has now become a pivotal moment in Paul's boxing career.
Fun, I've always been the class clown, but I'm a killer. This is what I was bred to do. This is my destiny.
Reportedly mocking Tyson, talking to a private channel named Today, Jake Paul mocked him along with the reporter. He laughed and claimed that he would kick him in the face and force him to rest.
Tune in and I'm gonna kangaroo kick Mike Tyson in the face.
I love it, brother. Take care out there. You're a legend.
Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, since the announcement of the fight, have come face to face many times and have been seen in physical bouts too, where they were seen pushing each other. For this fight, Mike Tyson has put on stake his whole legacy, while Jake Paul is just playing with fire.
Listen, I started Jake off and I'm gonna finish him.
Jake Paul has faced a barrage of criticism from fans for his role in setting up the fight with Mike Tyson, with many accusing him of exploiting the legendary boxer for his own gain. Detractors argue that Paul is leveraging Tyson's fame to boost his own profile, rather than earning his place in boxing through traditional means.
Jake Paul. Jake Paul. Jake Paul. Jake Paul. I like that shit. Yeah. Hey, I hope y'all keep that same energy when I knock this old man the fuck out.
At 59 years of age, Mike Tyson has been seen training very vigorously for this fight. He has not taken any day off, and he is improving day by day. Back in the 1980s, when Mike Tyson was just starting to make waves under the watchful eyes of Cus D'Amato, Jim Jacobs, and Bill Cayton, Gene Kilroy entered the picture. Kilroy, seasoned by his time with Muhammad Ali, recognized Tyson's burgeoning talent and took on a mentorship role. He recently made an appearance in a training video, sitting ringside as Tyson prepped for his fight against Jake Paul, showcasing the ongoing influence he has on Tyson.
This is the strongest I've ever seen you.
Yeah?
Yeah, the strongest I've ever, and I know you since you're 13. I think this impressed the shit out of me. Nothing impresses me. I'm gonna tell you the truth, I don't lie. I was worried about him traveling here, traveling there. He's not getting, I can sleep now at night.
Kilroy, drawing from his deep insights gained from Ali, focused on instilling discipline and focus in Tyson, traits that Ali cherished deeply. His extensive network and deep knowledge of the boxing scene allowed him to guide Tyson effectively, connecting him with key figures that propelled his early career.
I was just telling him, the only one who ever beat Mike Tyson was Mike Tyson.
Yeah, it'll go.
Yeah, the bullshit. You don't want to hear it.
I do hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it because I know it.
Yeah, okay.
No one knows the
We'll
best
tell you
me out.
something. Okay.
Tell me something I don't know. I know I fucked up.
Gene Kilroy, you don't know.
Although Kilroy's time with Tyson wasn't as lengthy as with Ali, his impact was profound, shaping Tyson's early approach to both the sport and the fame it brought. Tyson himself has spoken about the significant role Kilroy played during those critical years, preparing him for the high stakes of professional boxing and life in the public eye.
It's not how old you are, it's how old you feel.
I don't feel what the word old. I don't feel that.
No. Well, you're smart going into the new wave.
No, it's always the old wave. It's always this.
Yeah.
I could do all this stuff and I have this and this.
Yeah, that's what you need. The will determine the skill.
Even now at 58, Tyson's training regimen is a testament to the discipline Kilroy helped instill. His sessions are grueling, filled with heavy bag work, rapid sparring, and intense conditioning that underline his undiminished commitment to the sport. This relentless preparation has even managed to unsettle Jake Paul, hinting at the intense challenge awaiting him in the ring.
Nice left hook. Up.
Was good for today.
Yeah.
I told it.
You sure?
Yeah, me
Yes.
too.
You sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. You sure?
Yeah.
Yes. With me, it's all right?
Yes. Let's do this. You did great. We're done. Great idea.
You sure?
Yes. Trust me.
I got a lot in me. Just get started.
When Mike Tyson is training as hard as he is, his confidence is sky high, which was evident in the recent press conference for his upcoming fight against Jake Paul. Tyson, known for his direct and often formidable persona, didn't hold back in his comments about Paul.
I don't know if he's in his prime. He's fat. He should be lean and mean. He's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off the other day. He's fat. I thought, did you start training already?
He mockingly referred to Paul, saying he looked more of a fat than anything else, a jab that reflects Tyson's dismissive view of Paul's physical condition and boxing prowess. During a heated verbal exchange at the press conference, the banter between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul escalated, showcasing their competitive spirits. Tyson taunted Paul by comparing him to Buster Douglas.
Buster Douglas was fat, am I right?
I know, but you're no Buster Douglas.
I'm better. I'm
You're-
better.
no,
and I'm
you're-
gonna end you quicker than he did. And you'll remember that forever. You started me off. I appreciate that, Mike. I love you. I love you. Like a father loves his son, but I must discipline you. You're going down, old man.
Okay, I love you too.
Joe Rogan, a well-known American podcaster, weighed in with some advice for Jake Paul. He emphasized that Paul needs to gear up mentally to face a legend like Tyson, who, even at 57, still packs a punch with his speed and power. Rogan suggested Paul take a page out of Evander Holyfield's book, advocating for a fearless approach in the ring.
A legitimate boxer, yes. People mocked me when I was saying that before, but now I think people are coming around. And the way I look at it, I say, if this kid was not a YouTuber, if he wasn't some guy that you knew from the time he was like 16 years old on YouTube, and you just saw him box, and you saw him knock out former UFC champions, you saw him beat legitimate boxers, or beat athletes, and beat a bunch of MMA fighters, you'd go, this kid can fight. He knows how to fight. Like, nothing he's doing looks wrong. He's not like sticking his head straight up in the air and winging punches with his eyes closed. He's fighting well.
In a nod to Jake Paul's credibility as a fighter, Rogan tackled the skepticism around Paul's transition from YouTube fame to the boxing ring. He argued that if Paul hadn't been known first as a YouTuber and people had just seen him knocking out opponents, his boxing prowess would be less questioned. Rogan pointed out that Paul has been holding his own, even against seasoned fighters.
He looks good, and if he was just an up-and-coming boxer that was this exciting, like highly promotable, like really good at selling fights, you'd be like, this kid's the future. He's really something special. And the fact that he's willing to fight Tyson, even if Tyson's 57, just the fact that he's willing to actually take a chance at Mike Tyson not being able to do what he used to do.
Rogan also praised Paul's boldness in agreeing to fight Tyson, noting that stepping into the ring with such a seasoned fighter at Tyson's age is a testament to Paul's confidence. He reminisced about the younger Tyson's formidable presence, specifically recalling Tyson's explosive win against Marvis Frazier to illustrate just how daunting Tyson can be.
But what happens when I put this man to sleep? This a joke. He's saying that it's going to be my funeral. He's saying it's going to be my wake. He's going to kill Jake Paul, all of these things. And that's why I love Mike, I respect him, but we're not friends anymore. Until November 15th, I'm knocking this out, and we're going to see who's dead. We will see who's dead. We will see who's dead, Mike. We will. We will.
Now, Mike Tyson is facing criticism for agreeing to a fight that some see as undermining the integrity of boxing, with critics also targeting the Professional Boxing Commission, PBC, for sanctioning what they view as a potentially mismatched and spectacle-driven event. Bernard Hopkins expressed his disapproval of the planned fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, questioning the integrity of such matchups in today's boxing landscape. Hopkins reminisced about the boxing era he came from, comparing Tyson's current endeavors to the legacies of past greats like Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Robinson, and how they are perceived differently.
I don't like it.
Is it because of the...
Jay, I look at Mike as like, I look at him different in a way of my era. Like people looked at Ali. And I looked at Ali different too, but not too many people. Marvin Hagler, Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Hopkins criticized the spectacle nature of the fight, suggesting that it lacks the substance and competitiveness of traditional boxing matches. He conveyed his lack of interest in the event, humorously remarking that watching two turtles race would be more exciting than watching this fight, reflecting his disappointment in what he sees as a degradation of the sport's quality.
I don't like it. I think it's become more of a sideshow with some sweat, maybe some blood, if we're lucky. I won't watch it. No, I I can watch two turtles race and be more excited.
Finally, Hopkins alluded to the financial motivations behind such high-profile fights, implying that they are more about money than sporting merit. He shared his personal connection with Tyson, having been a contemporary in the same boxing era, which adds a layer of personal disappointment to his critique of the fight's legitimacy.
Is it because of the advanced age of Mike Tyson and the youth of Jake Paul? Just a mismatch, or?
It's because how I look at Mike Tyson. And I shared not only the ring with Mike Tyson a few times, but the era, right? A little tip of the era. I just think it degrades him. And you got someone to cover up, like, you're getting $100 million, getting $200 million. Please.
Mike Tyson, known as the baddest man on the planet, truly shook up the boxing world back in his heyday. Bursting onto the scene, he became the youngest heavyweight champ ever at just 20 and was feared for his knockout punches and fierce demeanor. But Mike's story isn't just about the highs. It's layered with some tough times too, from a stint in prison to some notable defeats. On the other hand, Tyron Woodley, who has faced Jake Paul in the ring, isn't too worried about the age gap between the youthful Paul and the veteran Tyson. Woodley believes that despite Tyson being 58, his experience and skill set will see him dominate and likely win the matchup.
He's fighting the one fighter that most people feared. And I feel like 58, 27, the age is not a factor. That's a wash, right? Experience level obviously is going to go to Mike Tyson. But Jake's got a screw loose, man. I guarantee you Mike didn't offer it. He offered this to Mike.
Now, stepping into the ring with Jake Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer, everyone's wondering how this will play out for Tyson's legacy. If Tyson can come out swinging and showcase that old spark, it could be a sweet reminder of why he's a legend, blending a bit of that old school Tyson magic with today's digital era buzz. Sugar Sean O'Malley, current UFC bantamweight champion, however, is casting a more skeptical eye on the fight. He raised concerns about the authenticity of the training videos circulating online and even speculated that the match might be more of a scripted event than a genuine contest, questioning the integrity of what's being presented to the public.
In his prime, you could say, well, I mean, he's still getting better, but versus Mike Tyson, who's 57. I think he'll be 58 by the time they fight. Chael Sonnen's saying that they're faking the training videos. I mean, if you watch the quick little snippets, boom, 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 it is And are they current videos or those videos from a few years ago? Are they going to wear headgear? Are they going to try to knock each other out? Is this an exhibition match? Is this a pro match?
They said they both want it on the pro record. They said they both want it on the pro record. What weight is, I'm curious what it's going to be. You see those videos going around, and it could be when he was injured or something. Mike Tyson with a cane. It looks like his back was really up, and the way he punches, the way he twists and explodes into punches, I'm curious how many rounds it's going to be. That's going to say a lot. Is it going to be?
Is that announced yet?
It can't be more than 6 rounds.
But let's be real. If it doesn't go well, if he takes a hard loss, it could kind of put a damper on how we remember his incredible career. It's a bit risky, right? Stepping back in at 57 against a much younger opponent, all for the spectacle and some hefty payday. This fight is more than just a match. It's about how one of boxing's biggest names writes the final lines of his story. Will it be a knockout win or a gamble that didn't pay off? Guess we'll just have to watch and see. In a conversation with Shane Mosley, Jones reiterates his views about Tyson's power, describing him as the most formidable puncher he's encountered in his career. This recognition from a fellow boxing legend only underscores the significant risk Jake Paul is taking by facing Tyson, a fighter known for his devastating knockouts.
Takes it serious like he took with me, then he gonna take. I don't see Jake beating him because he's very hard to hit, still in shape, and he's still a very hard puncher.
In a quirky turn of events, Jake Paul, the YouTuber who has pivoted to boxing, received a rather unconventional vote of confidence from a cow predicting his victory over Mike Tyson. With their much-discussed heavyweight fight just around the corner, both contenders are ramping up their training efforts. British heavyweight Joe Joyce is throwing his support behind Tyson, enthusiastically rallying with a "Let's go, Mike." Meanwhile, Paul threw a playful jab online after watching a video of Tyson pumping iron, commenting, "Fair play, Mike. You look incredible. Hulk shit, but I'm still fucking you up in 20 days.
Fear is like fire. If not controlled, it could burn out everything around you. But if used properly, it can fuel you to reach your highest potential. My mentor, Customado, told me the only thing that separates the hero from being a coward is what the hero does that makes him the hero, and what the coward doesn't do that makes him the coward. They both have fear, but with this fear, something is ignited in the hero. When fear challenges you, what will you do?
Mike Tyson, away from professional boxing since his 2005 loss to Kevin McBride, made a brief return for an exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. 4 years ago, showing he still has some gas left in the tank. On the flip side, Jake Paul, who is 31 years younger than Tyson, has been a regular in the ring since bursting onto the boxing scene 4 years ago. This age and activity difference between the two adds an intriguing layer to their upcoming showdown.
Well, clearly they don't have a high IQ in here, but that's a federal crime, Brian.
Mike, there are a number of people who also say Mike Tyson is risking serious injury against a powerful 27-year-old who is in his prime.
Roy Jones Jr., who has shared the ring with Tyson, issued a stark warning to Jake Paul, suggesting he reconsider stepping into the ring with Tyson, whom he calls the hardest hitter he has ever faced. Jones vividly remembers Tyson's formidable power even in his later years, emphasizing just how dangerous an opponent Tyson can be.
I think it's a great opportunity for both fighters, but I still think Mike probably going to be a little too much for Jake.
Really? Because I've been hearing that people think Jake, being the young guy, may be too much for Mike. But
if he can get to the late rounds, yes. If he get to the round 4 or 5, maybe yeah. But he has to get out of the first 3 rounds.
Now you were in there with him, and I think you said after he still has his strength and his power.
Still got the power. Still got the power. That's why I say Jake has to get out of the first 3 rounds. If he get past the first 3 rounds, he got a chance. But the first 3 rounds are going to be devastating.
And if Mike catches them with one shot, is it?
It's over. It's over. If he throws them, yeah.
Yeah, the power's the last thing to go, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, any advice for Mike for this?
No, just be smart. Just be smart. Go in and, you're the old lion, so go ahead and do what you got to do and get it over with.
While now this fight is just around the corner, the opinions of the big names or the amateurs matter the most. This fight has made everyone talk about it. Carmel Mouton weighed in on the Tyson versus Paul matchup, highlighting the undeniable fact of Tyson's age and the hypothetical scenario of their fight during Tyson's peak years.
Past his time. Everybody know if they fought when Mike was, really him, come on, Jake would die. So I feel like Tyson could maybe pull it out using his skills. I feel like it had to be early though, like first or second round. If Tyson gonna win. So yeah.
Well, who you got then?
I got Tyson.
Well, what do you think? Can a seasoned Mike Tyson still showcase his old knockout magic against the younger Jake Paul? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to join us for the big fight to see if experience can triumph over youth in this intriguing matchup.